Back with another video. Today, I'm going to take you through how I sold my two ecom brands to a private investor. So back in the day when I first started out in online business, I actually started in ecom and I built two brands and eventually sold them to pursue other businesses and to just get get a bag of money. So yeah, that's what we'll be going over today. I'm giving you the 4 steps on how I did this. Like these are just 4 general steps on if you have an ecom company or another company, which in my experience you have to go through in order to be able to sell it and eventually get your money for get your money's worth basically. So, first of all, I always go over this, but let's just keep it short. Who am I? I've built $3 million companies so far. You can see some proof here. I spoke at the biggest private business school of the Netherlands, and this is a company that is currently paying for my lifestyle. It's completely automated, does over $1 million a year. It's a consulting business in the Netherlands. In ecom, we have an AI software, logistical services, VA agency, all that good stuff, right? So let's get into the actual steps and start obviously at step 1. Okay, first of all, very important, and I would do this even if you're not planning on selling, because this is just very important if you want to grow your business as well. But if you want to sell your business, you cannot be inside of your business, right? If you're stuck inside of your business, it's very hard to sell. You either have to keep on working and you'll sign your life away working for the next 2-3 years, staying inside of that business for the buyer to make sure that he's actually getting his money back. Otherwise, they're probably not going to buy it, or they're just going to buy 1 or 2 or maybe a couple more assets from out of your business, but you're going to get not even a tenth of what you would get if you're not stuck inside of your business. So how do you actually do this? Let's go over a couple of steps. First of all, you want to get your whole this is big, damn. First of all, you want to get your whole business on paper. So can we make this smaller? Okay, thanks. You want to get your whole business on paper. So step 1, put your business on paper. Step 2, why do we do this? So that we can get a good overview of what exactly is going on inside of your business throughout like the whole length. So from marketing and sales to delivery, your administration, legal stuff, everything that's going on, right? So using a couple of the techniques, you put your whole business on paper. I'm not going to get into those techniques and methods right now in this video. Check out my YouTube channel to figure out how to exactly do step 1 and put your business on paper. If you can't find it, just shoot me a message. I'm always happy to help, right? Second step, step 2, is to make a list. We make a list of all the pieces in your business that you're currently still needed in, that you're necessary for. So if you're in the sales department, training your salespeople, you got to get rid of that position. If you are still doing the marketing side of things, if you're checking the analytics, optimizing your funnels, and doing everything inside of your marketing, you need to get someone else to do that. You need to automate it, systemize it, whatever. So we make a list of all the places and things, like basically the recurring tasks. So if you have recurring tasks, if it's on a monthly basis, weekly basis, daily basis, doesn't matter. If you have any recurring tasks and they're necessary for your business to keep on running, so if you would not do them anymore, your business would fall apart. That's what we make a list of. Step 3, replace yourself, right? So you got to get rid of those tasks, and you do this using systems, processes, and people. And this, for some people, you can literally do this whole thing in 2 days. And for some people, depending on how your business is looking right now and how you're positioned inside of your business, etc., this can take up a couple of months, because you need to hire and train so many people and A players in order to do this properly, right? You can decide for yourself. You can make up your mind about how long this will probably take for you. Anyways, if you want to do this whole thing, check out my YouTube channel for more information on how to actually get out of your business. And if you want even more information, or you want me to help you or dive deeper into this subject, just shoot me a message on LinkedIn or Instagram or wherever you can find me. Email me. No, don't email me, by the way. I'm not gonna reply to emails because my inbox always a mess. But anyways, that's how you get out of your business. If you want to sell your business, you need to get out of your business. And what are those examples? To explain this real quick, this is your whole business in one place. So you want to systemize your whole business, build it all into one place. So your strategy, your people, your team, your core company process, your customer journey, your data, your team management, everything should be in one place. This makes it your business worth way more, right? So you're going to get way more money for your business this way. Second step, list out all the assets and decide like what it's worth, or what it's worth to you, what you want to have for it. Like, buying and selling businesses is not like a one size fits all, or somebody can say this is what your business is worth. All the stuff you find on the internet about EBITDA multipliers and all that stuff, it's fugazi, it's air. It doesn't exactly work that way. So you can't just look up, oh, what's the multiplier on my business, boom, this is what it's worth. Like, eventually what it's truly worth is what someone else is willing to pay for it, and other people are only going to be willing to pay for your business if there's like actual proof that it will sustain and keep on making more money. Like, that's somebody's buying a money machine, okay, that they see potential in to possibly grow or buy multiple businesses and merge them into one, or like they have some idea of what to do with this business. And if your business is not like a true money machine, if it doesn't operate without you, if there's not like valuable assets in there, it's just going to be very hard to sell for a good price. So what could assets be? Could be your inventory in case of ecom. It could be your brand, and this is also very hard to decide like what it's worth. But your brand is probably worth the most. It can be recurring revenue. It can be your team members. A team is worth a lot of money if you have a good team, if you have good A players and systems and processes in place, and they're very loyal to your business, etc. This is worth a lot of money. And systems. So also what I would do here, step 2, is not only list your assets, but list them and then see where you can improve them, where you can improve, like increase the value on those assets. So if you have a team and somebody is a moron, kick them out, replace them with an A player, and your whole chain of the people you have is raised in terms of value right away. Systems as well. Build onboarding systems, processes, build ways for your team to be replaced, build hot lists of every important job inside of your company. Make sure it's like an actual solid thing, okay? Because the person who's going to buy your business from you is going to look for weak points. So if you look for weak points right now first, and you get into like, okay, if my business would fall apart in the next year, what would the reason be? Ask yourself that question and answer it in all possible ways you can think of. And then dive into your business, strengthen those points, because this is what the buyer is going to think about as well. Okay, so that's it. Step 3, get your numbers straight. Okay, your business is worth a certain amount based on your numbers. Make sense? If your business profits 10 million a year, it's going to be worth more than if it profits 10k a year, right? So if you cannot like show the numbers and have it all make sense and be accurate, it's going to be very hard in your negotiation to actually sell the thing. So get your numbers straight, use proper data, and make sure this all makes sense. That's step 3. And then step 4, and by the way, this is just what I did, okay? Like, I am not an M&A expert. I am not like some type of QLA guru. I'm not Dan Pena. I'm just telling you my experience, what I did and what worked for me, okay? So if you learn anything from it, great. If you don't, watch my other videos and see if you can gain some value there. Now, step 4, find a buyer. Obviously, if you can't sell it without a buyer, right? So this is what I did, and there's also something that I know. I've seen other people in my close proximity do. But what I did was I went to my network communities. I went online, and I just scattered like everyone I knew and all the communities I was in and I knew and I had a name that were actually in the same marketplace, right? So my ecom brands were mainly built on a platform in the Netherlands. It's called bol.com. It's like an Amazon, but the Dutch version, basically. So I went out and looked for people who were already active on that platform, who had money, who could see value in this business, and who could possibly buy it. That's basically where I looked, and that's where I also eventually found my buyer. And what I know, like if that doesn't work, if you can't find anyone there, I would do this. This would have been my next step. It's go to M&A experts, M&A platforms, network around in people who are constantly talking to people who buy and sell businesses all day. They can help you, they can advise you, and they probably know a buyer. Do really watch out what you're doing here, though, because M&A is a rough space. Like there is big sharks here who will just convince you to sell your business for way less than it's worth in order for them to make a big commission. They will probably try to eat away as much of your selling price as possible. So really watch out with what you're doing here. These people know what they're doing, and they are equipped with the skills to rip you off, basically. Now, I'm not saying everybody will rip you off or whatever, but I know there's a ton of people getting way less than they could have because they work with an M&A expert or somebody that they trust but is not trustworthy. So make sure you really look in the right places in order to do this. But it is a good place to sell your business because these are the markets where businesses are sold and bought on a daily basis, right? That's basically it. We kept it short and simple today. This is a story about how I did it, broken down into 4 steps. This is how I sold my 2 ecom brands. Worked very well for me. And especially if you're in a situation where you want to move on to the next business, don't don't make too big of a deal out of this, because your time can be worth way more than the business you're selling. If you can get a couple $100,000 extra, but it costs you a year because of the negotiations and preparation and whatever, then you have to think to yourself, is 200,000, 300,000, is it worth it to spend a year on that? What I did was just sell it as soon as possible, sell it quick, get as much out of it as I could, but I didn't waste 1 or 2 or 3 more months in order to sell it more quickly. I just wanted to get it over with, sell it, get rid of the headaches and everything, get a bag of money and move on to the next venture. That's what I did. And that's what, in hindsight, like I didn't know it at the time, but in hindsight, I'm really glad that I just made it like I sped up things, right? So I went through those steps very quickly. I decided, okay, I'm going to sell this because I want to move on with the next thing. And I started looking for buyers, prepped the whole thing, did this, listed out the assets, decided what it was worth, went into negotiation with the person who eventually bought it from me as well. I didn't look for 3, 4, 5 buyers. I didn't do all of that. I just chose one buyer, negotiated with them, lowered my price a little bit to make everything go quicker, and I got rid of it and moved on to the next venture. And I'm really glad I did it that way. So that's my story. That's how I did it. Take away from it what you want. And if you want to get more insights about how to actually work on your business and be here instead of inside of it, go to my YouTube channel and watch some other videos of me. I'll see you there. Ciao.